video is a tour of my haunted house and a channel Q&A towards the end. Leave a like on the video for nothing. It's free. Don't miss out. I moved into this house approximately a month and a half ago, and things have been going well. I must mention that I am a medium, so there are some spirits that have come along with me, but don't worry, they're mostly good spirits, mostly my family members. When I first laid eyes on this house, I had a feeling it was haunted, but I didn't expect anything negative. To clarify, there are no malevolent spirits inside of my house. They reside outside, in the backyard. It all started when my boyfriend Jaden and I stumbled upon a well in the backyard. The vents on the well are sealed except for one, and I believe this is some sort of portal. What struck us as odd was the seemingly endless depth of the well. We dropped heavy rocks down it to gauge its depth, but there was no perceivable bottom. The water inside remained mysteriously clear, at least until we noticed a pungent odor akin to that of death whenever we got close. Jaden and I have a designated hangout spot in the back, and we often head there to relax. One night, as I walked into the shed, our hangout spot, I saw Jaden heading to the left to turn the light on. But when he returned, he came from the right. I asked him, "Did you just turn the light on the left on?" He responded negatively, indicating that something had attempted to mimic his actions. Later that night, he coughed, and to our surprise, we heard a girl coughing in response, almost mockingly. Moreover, I've personally witnessed shadows at night moving closer to the shed's doorway, though nothing materializes. We also frequently hear footsteps. The spirits outside have even attempted to mimic me. Jaden once heard what he thought was me talking on the phone with a friend while I was nowhere near the shed. Once I get my equipment, I plan to conduct a thorough investigation of the house and the enigmatic well. Furthermore, we suspect that there might be something in the basement that we cannot access. Jaden's mother claims to have heard banging from the basement door, and we've all heard distinct footsteps, knocks, and even audible words. Just last week, while I was doing the dishes, I distinctly heard a female voice saying, "I'm sorry, Alicia." As I currently lack the necessary equipment, I can't do much at the moment. However, I am determined to venture outside and attempt communication with these spirits, perhaps even witnessing their presence or engaging in a conversation with them. Today I'm going to run you through my haunted house, as you've already heard my little story. Also answer some questions that you guys have sent me. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, it's free, and yeah, enjoy the video. Let's just talk about how we've now decided to put all the Halloween decorations just around our house, so this swinging girl will be here forever. And Pumpkin Man is also inside, which I'll show you later. I wanted to give you guys a little tour of where we usually see things. And as I said, I'm being serious. We have moved all our Halloween stuff in here. I love that. So usually sometimes when we're in the bathroom, like in here, we hear footsteps out here. It's very scary. Karma said she heard footsteps last night and she turned all the blinds down. Fair enough. So there's the Pumpkin Man. This is where I was when I heard "I'm sorry, Alicia." And we've heard a knock from like our door, but I was out here when I heard that knock. But Jaden's little sister and Jaden said they heard it too. So now I'll show you the stuff outside. As I said, not really worried because I don't feel any negative energy in the house. Outside is where I feel the negative energy. So we're at the basement. So we've heard bangings coming from this door. We've also heard the door slamming. It's a bit hard to access it. Apparently you can, but it's hard. It's difficult. And we might see if we can open it later, maybe. But I saw something in here. All the way at the end, you can see the end of the house from in here. and I saw a shadow figure just going straight across. So, welcome to the shed. This is our hangout spot where me and Jaden go to chill. So, if you see here, we've got a solar panel light there, so when we go out here at night we can see. And we've also got a solar panel light here. But when I went into the shed, I saw Jaden go towards this light here. But he came back from here, from this light. And that's when I asked him, did you turn the light on from here? He said no. So something had mimicked my boyfriend that night. And as I've said, he's heard something mimic me too. So, yeah. Alright, so this is the well. So, as I said, most of the vents are closed off besides the one right there. And we believe this to be a portal. And as I said, I don't really get any good vibes out here. So we're going to do a mini investigation, and I don't have any equipment to do that investigation, but I will be trying to communicate and seeing them because I am a medium. And just before we started this video, we heard a noise from over there, like in that bush area, go like that. And then we heard like bubbling coming from inside of the well. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm scared a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really get positive vibes out here. But we're gonna get to this eventually, and as soon as I get the equipment, we're definitely investigating this place properly. So, I am sitting just behind the well. As I said, I don't have the equipment to investigate properly, but I'm going to try and aim to at least communicate with something and see what I can see or hear. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm gonna attempt to see if I can see anything or communicate. I'm going to blank out for a minute, so just bear with me while I try and figure something out. I can hear like a mix of a man and a woman like yelling. Like the woman's in this ear and the man's in this ear, but they keep talking over each other.
Are they fighting?
No, they're not fighting. It's more like they're angry, but they're not fighting at each other. They're like
arguing?
They're not. That's the same thing as fighting, practically. But they're like, I don't know how to explain. I just saw an orb. It's a bit weird. Like they were trying to tell me something, but they just kept yelling over each other that I couldn't hear what they were saying. Okay, so as we just heard the voices, I'm gonna see if I can try and get them to stop talking over each other, tell me what's going on, and actually see if I can see something. If there's any spirits here, I give you permission to show yourself to me, talk to me. You're more than welcome to use my energy to get answers and stuff off me, all that. You're more than welcome to touch me. I just don't want you following me back into this house. You are not welcome in this house. You are only allowed out here. So, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna try this again. Okay, so there's someone standing over there, but he's not talking. I'm still hearing the people from last time, but that's a completely different spirit over there.
I could hear some voices too in my ears. It was a bit random.
They're saying that this well is very hard to figure out whether it's evil or good because a lot of things mimic and will show themselves as good when they're actually evil. So it's really hard to decipher whether or not this well is evil or if it's good.
That's...
The well's starting to stink.
What?
It's like every time we try and communicate with it, it just gives off a pungent odor. It smells like death. What the hell?
Yeah, the well's
It's fucking that smells like fucking putrid, bro. Like, ugh.
This well is starting to stink. It never stinks.
Like, I've got Marley helping me film because Jaden's having a nap, but I don't know whether to trust the well or not, and I'm not going to be able to find that out until I get more answers. Okay, so I thought we would do a Q&A just to get to know me a little bit, or just whatever questions you have. I've got my laptop here. So the first question is from Rodney, and it's, what is my favourite colour? My favourite colour is green and purple. I like both of those colours, and I think they also go very well together. Okay, the next question is from Kayla, Crazy Kayla. And her question is, what's something you're really passionate about? I am currently studying in TAFE for community services to learn to be a youth worker and a disability worker. The reason why is because I grew up in homeless shelters, and ever since I've seen the workers be so kind to me and all the other residents at the shelters, it's all I've ever wanted to do. I've always wanted to make people feel comfortable, because when usually these kids go to refuges, they have no contact with their family anymore for valid reasons. And yeah, and also with disability, I just love helping people out. My mum is also in a wheelchair. My dad had epilepsy, so ever since I've looked after them, it's made me want to look after others as well. And obviously I'm passionate about abandoned exploring and ghost hunting as well. So the next question is from Superstar Slaygirl, Sydney, one of my friends. She asked, any paranormal stories? I have a couple. So if you guys know the place Cockatoo Island, me and my mum went there once, and since my mum's in a wheelchair, we had to charge her scooter before we went on the ferry, because there's nowhere to charge your wheelchair on the island. At least that's what we thought. And so we went down the dog tunnel. It's this like very long dark tunnel, and as my mum's wheelchair was fully charged, and when we went down there, my mum's wheelchair completely ran out of battery. I ran out. I was like, ladies, I'm leaving you in here. I came back and got her, but it was just a really terrifying moment. Like, there was definitely a poltergeist trying to mess with some energy. Another ghost experience I've had was probably when I was about maybe 10, and I used to sing this song on a DVD. It was like 10, 9, 8, God is great. It was fun, but Nanny Wooma was my great-grandmother, and I replaced the words God once with Nanny Wooma, and as soon as I said that, me and my mum felt a lady going through us, and we believed that to be my great-grandmother. We felt her walk through us. It was very cold. I got shivers. And any more? I'm trying to think of some really good ones. Oh, when I was younger, I had an imaginary friend named Lily. I believe imaginary friends are ghosts. But my mum also has swear to seen. My mum has swore to seen her too. And I found out that the place I found Lily at used to be a hospital ground, and it got knocked down. It's now a park. But she used to be a homeless kid. She wasn't actually sick or injured, but the nurses were kind enough that they let her stay there until she passed. So yeah, those are some I have. If you want to hear more, maybe I can make like a separate video about my paranormal experiences. Just let me know. Okay, so my next question is from Jeshua, and he asked, would you like to go into more abandoned buildings or haunted places, and would you do some spells? So I would love to go to more abandoned places and haunted places. The only thing that is difficult right now is I don't have the equipment, and I also don't have a way to travel there. So soon enough I probably will have a way to travel there, but when it comes to spells, the only thing you'll catch me interested in are tarot cards and crystals, and oracle cards and all that. I'm not really someone that wants to go put myself out into a Wiccan world. I do have a tattoo like from a witch show called Charmed, but that does not make me a witch. I don't really have an interest in doing spells. I used to when I was maybe 15, 16, because one of my caseworkers studied witchcraft for like a living, but I'm just not as interested as much as I used to be in it anymore. Okay. Wow, you can see my little board here from the window, don't mind that. So the next question is from Bree. She asked, what was your favourite place to investigate? So many. I would have to say the Cerebral Palsy Hospital with Abnormal Club. That was my first big investigation, so it just meant a lot to me. We also experienced a lot in there, particularly me and Peyton were feeling attacked, but we also like met some kid spirits in there, so that was pretty cool. I got to read them a story, and that was amazing. The kid's name was Zach, I believe, and yeah, it was a very interesting place. We found a lot of secrets about that place. Like, we found out they used to torture their patients and stuff. So yeah, that was probably one of my favorite places we investigated. And it's not an open thing, it's like an abandoned building, but I'm pretty sure it's been knocked down now. So lucky we went before it got knocked down. Is our truck behind? I'm filming. So, whoa, this is so low. The next question is from, I don't know how to pronounce their account name, but I'll say the rest. Gold fan, so you know who you are. So first question from them, I got a couple questions from them, is how are you, your favourite fan? I am doing well. I miss Sydney, but I also don't. It's a lot more peaceful down here. You can actually feel the pollution in the air in Sydney, whereas here it's all fresh. When I moved down here, it was quite hard to adapt to that change, so I think that's why I got sick for ages. But it's actually really nice down here, and living with ADHD, I thought it would be terrifying and I'd have nothing to do, but it's also given me time to focus on myself and my actions and my thoughts. So it's not a forever place I want to be. I do want to belong in Sydney. That's where all my friends are and stuff, but for a good couple of years, like, I'm fine living here. Okay, so the next question is, what is an important thing in your life? I would have to say, firstly, my boyfriend, his family, and my dad. He passed about a year ago, so he's a really important thing in my life. So is the Bible, and so is connecting with spirits and like helping them and understanding their stories and stuff. Those are some really important things that are in my life. The next question from the same person, there's 2 more from this person, is fake friends advice. Fuck them off. Don't need them. Seriously, if they're gonna treat you like a piece of shit, you're not worth their time. You deserve so much better in life. You deserve better friends. And if making friends is a difficulty, just put yourself out there. Like, get into groups that you have certain interests about. Like, if you like Harry Potter, find a Harry Potter group. If you like paranormal stuff, find a paranormal group and make friends through that. Mostly the way I've made my friends is through music. But when it comes to fake friends, just ditch them. You don't need them. They're not even worth it. Okay, so the next and last question from this person is, when are you coming to the Netherlands? If I had the money, I'd already be there, because seeing photos and videos of the Netherlands, it just looks so pretty. I've always wanted to go there, but if I had the money, I'd already be there by now. But hopefully one day I would love to travel across the world and explore abandoned places and haunted places all over the world, but I'm gonna need your guys' help for that. So this last question is for my mother. Hi, Mother. And her question is, do you have any messages from her nan or pop, so my great grandmother and my great grandfather, her brother, my uncle, or my dad? So I have always been able to see my nanny woman, but she's never been able to talk to me, which is weird. And I've never seen Pop, so as much as I would like to see Pop, I've never seen him. But whenever I do see my nanny woman around me, she's always comforting me. She's always watching over us. She misses you. She loves you. And for my uncle, I did get a message from him once, and he just wanted to say he's sorry for what he did, but he was in a lot of pain and that was the only way out for him. And for Dad, he regrets a lot of the things he does, but one thing I've learned is that when they pass on, they don't feel the need or feel anger for feeding off of things. My dad had an addiction, so when he passed, he didn't need that addiction anymore. But a really cool thing about when my dad passed is that when he first died, I had a couple of dreams about him, but I don't think he realized he was dead, because not a lot of spirits do realize they're dead, and it's kind of sad, to be honest. But my dad, for the first couple of dreams, wouldn't talk to me. He'd just stare at me. But I think eventually he realized. And I see my dad around a lot, but he's mostly in my dreams. And he's always stealing things. A lot of Jaden's things. I don't know why he steals Jaden's things, but he does that. And my Uncle Anthony's usually the trickster, so he likes to just mess around with us every now and then. But for Dad, he said he's sorry for everything, for everyone in our family, for what he's put us through, and that he's in a better place now. Spirits watch over us more than we think they do, which I learned that from the Sam and Colby video, The Conjuring. So go watch that. Go watch it. Alright guys, so that was the YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if it's a short one. At the moment, I'm just finding it a bit difficult to do stuff for YouTube without having anywhere to travel to and, you know, getting the equipment. But that should all be in the works soon. I think next week's video, we might go for a walk around town and see what we can find. Because I know there is like a couple of mini abandoned places here, and the abandoned train station I know is haunted. So yeah, I might do that next week. But until then, I'll catch you guys wherever you want to find me. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Like, subscribe, it's free. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day.